Hey there, YouTube boys and girls. Welcome back to Richard's Toy Room. It's time for another episode of Ricky's Quickies. Today's Ricky's Quickies is going to be a short video on repairing the Mego Fat Body. The victim today is the infamous Mr. Mixyzptlk. As you can see, this is the rare smirking Mr. Mixyzptlk. And his arms fell off because his string broke. So there's the old elastic that goes in the old trasheroo. This is what we're going to be using to fix him. I think I got this on Amazon. It is, somebody asked me once before and I wasn't sure because it was all packed away. This is 2mm. So look for 2mm white round elastic cord, and that is pretty much about as close as you're ever going to get to the original Mego elastic cord for the Type 1 and Type 0 bodies. So you're going to need, about yay much, which is about a foot. That's plenty. So there you go. So first thing you need to do, this is probably one of the easiest bodies to restring because there's not a whole lot to it. As you can see, the fat body is just one piece. Looks like we got some bad moldings here. Let's fix that real quick. That's from the factory. We don't want it to tear a hole in his suit. So we'll trim that off. That's good enough. Just a piece of slag there. There's a little bit still there in the armhole. There. Alrighty, so you have to take his head off. Now, being a pretty rare one, be careful, but they're pretty forgiving. So there's his heads off. That over here. Now we need to get his legs out of here. Now what you need to do before you restring a Type 1 body, and let's hope this one's okay, which it looks like it is. As soon as I get this off, I will show you. There. Make sure that the holes in the hips here have not been pulled through. Sometimes somebody ties the string too tight or twists the legs or whatever they do, and this busts through. It also happens on the arms quite frequently. So just make sure your holes are solid or it ain't gonna hold. Also, if you look at my Mego Hospital video, one of them, it shows you how to, if you don't have any, to just, because the easiest thing to do with these, since they're all riveted, is to just swap out another leg. But you can repair this with a safety pin like I showed you in my Mego Hospital video, and it's not that hard. So anyway, here we go. Pretty simple. Make sure you got the legs on the right side and the arms on the right sides. So all you do is you just go through one leg, through the hip holes here. You can find it. There we go. Through the inside of the other leg. Then just go up and out the armhole on the same side. And there you got the legs on. Now on these you want to go through the back side of the arm and then up through the neck hole, like so. Same thing on the right side here, through the back side of the arm, in through the neck, or in through the hole and up through the neck hole. So now what you're going to have is, you can, they don't have to be evened out, but just makes it easier when you cut it and everything. So now this is basically what you have now. With the string coming out, get my hand out of the way, string coming out the top. So now all you simply do is tie a knot, and tie it good and tight. I mean, you don't have to like make it like you know, you're trying to keep the boats from leaving the harbor, but you know, enough that when you kind of tug on like a leg or an arm, it'll come out a little bit, but not a lot. So that's good. And hold that and give it another knot. Sorry, I was using my teeth. Now you don't have to hold it anymore. And I usually give them one more, even though Mego only did 2, I think. I give one more just for good luck. And there you go. See, I got a lot of extra string, but it makes it easier to work with, and it's cheap. So then you just pull that up, find my scissors, just cut it off. It pops back in the hole. These are pretty much useless, and then you have, unless you have a use for them, I'm throwing them away because I've got a giant roll, which will probably last me the rest of my life. So now, here you go. You've got your Mego Fat Body all prepared. This one has a kind of a loose knee. And actually there is a way to fix that. I just don't have the tools up here. Maybe I'll do a separate video on that. It's very simple as well. You just have to have some proper tools to do it. You need like something to punch this and something to hold this side so it stays, and you just basically hit it with a hammer and a little punch and just tighten that rivet up, and that'll tighten up that joint so it doesn't do that. But he'll be fine. All he's going to do is just stand up. And so let's redress him. Okay, put his arms in. Now, before I get this up around the neck, I will put his head back in. You don't always have to, but sometimes it makes it a little easier in case some of the costume gets in the way. Now we just snap his snap. So, let's zoom out a little here. Here is your completed Fat Body Smirking Mr. Mxyzptlk. Thanks for watching Ricky's Quickies. Come back for more regular long videos, and thank you for watching.